Good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are going to discuss about the next topic of Unit 3, that is fuels and its properties. So, first, first we should know what is fuels. Okay. So, you can see here fuels may be a chemical or nuclear. Means fuels can be of a chemical type and can be of a nuclear type. A chemical fuel is a substance which releases heat energy on combustion. Means a chemical fuel is that which on combustion process releases heat energy like the SI engine or CI engine fuels like petrol, diesel. Okay, so these are chemical fuels. Okay, now the principal combustible elements of each fuels are carbon and hydrogen. That we have studied also already. I have told you that the IC engine fuels are basically made of hydrocarbons. Okay, so the principal elements are carbon and hydrogen. Okay. Now next, sulfur is a combustible element, but its presence is undesirable because sulfur upon combustion gives rise to sulfur dioxide, which is harmful gas and also a pollutant. Sulfur dioxide is considered as a greenhouse gas and also results in accident. Okay, so we can also use, as I said, that isogen fuels basically consist of hydrocarbons, but we can also use other elements like sulfur. Why we are not using other elements? So we have taken an example like sulfur. We can use a sulfur because it is also combustible. But sulfur on combustion releases sulfur dioxide (SO2), which is very harmful. Okay, which is because sulfur dioxide, which when reacts with water, it makes H2SO4, sulfuric acid. Okay, which causes acid rain. Okay, so this gas is very harmful. That's why we are not using other elements like sulfur and for the combustion process for getting heat energy due to combustion. Okay, so basically we use hydrocarbon fuels like petrol, diesel. Okay, now if we talk about the classification of fuels, so fuels are of basically the classified in two types: primary fuels and secondary fuels, and solid, liquid, and gas. These two these in these two types of classification we can do. Okay, so what are the different qualities of fuel? If we talk about the qualities of fuel, so high energy density means fuels on combustion produce very high energy. Good combustion qualities, we get very high energy means with very high temperature, very high pressure. That are the combustion qualities. High thermal stability, low toxicity, low pollution, easy transportation, compatibility with engine hardware, low deposit forming tendency, economically viable in large quantities, easy mixing with oxygen and low heat of evaporation, no chemical reaction with engine components. So these are the qualities of fuel. Okay, we can see here. Next, what are solid fuels? As we said in the as we have seen in the classification, that fuels are of maybe liquid, solid, and gaseous type. So, if we see the classification of fuels, so first we talk about solid fuels. So the best example of solid fuel is coal. Okay, coal is the best example. We use coal in thermal power plants and other power plants also. Okay, so there are different types of coals are using. Okay, there are various type of coal according to their chemical and physical properties like lignite, bituminous, anthracite. Okay, so here you can see that a list of components is given for different types of coals. Like anthracite consists of 90% of carbon, 3% of hydrogen, 2% of oxygen, and other elements. Okay, bituminous consists of 74% of carbon, 5% of hydrogen, 13% of oxygen, and other elements. Similarly, lignite consists of 56% of carbon, 5% of hydrogen, and 31% of oxygen. So in this table, we can see that the best quality of coal is anthracite. Okay, then bituminous, and then last one is the lignite. Now, what are the different ways for the analysis of solid fuels? So first way is ultimate analysis. So ultimate in an ultimate analysis, chemical analysis of the presence of carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen and sulfur has been done in ultimate analysis. Now, what is proximate analysis? So, in proximate analysis, it gives percentage of moisture, volatile matter, water derived from chemical. It gives percentage of moisture, volatile matter, water, carbon, hydrogen. Okay. So in proximate analysis, we analyze moisture content, volatile. What are the volatile matter? What are the impurities? What are the amount of carbon, hydrogen, and methane, ethane, and other elements, and ash. So proximate analysis we do after combustion. Basically, proximate analysis we do after combustion, and ultimate analysis we do before combustion. Okay. Now, now we talk about liquid fuels. So, as I said that most of the liquid fuels are hydrocarbons. So here some example of liquid fuels is given here. The first and most important example is petroleum and its derivatives, which we are using in IC engines. So petroleum oils are complex mixture of hundred of different fuels. The necessary information to us is the relative proportion of C and H2 gives by ultimate analysis. Okay. So next one is synthetic fuel, usually called synfuels. Synthetic fuels are also called synfuels, which are liquid and gases mainly produced from coals, oil shale, tar sands, bituminous, and also from various waste and biomass. Okay. Third important liquid fuel is alcohols. Alcohols are a partial oxidation product of petroleum and are not found to any extent in the crude oil. The compounds are saturated with a chain structure with the general formula ROH. Here the radical R is paraffin group attached to hydroxyl radial OH. Alcohols are designed by name of radical. Like here some example of alcoholic fuel is given here, like methyl alcohol, or it is also known as methanol, ethyl alcohol, or ethanol, propyl alcohol or propanol, and butyl alcohol or butanol. Okay. Now next third category is gaseous fuels. So gaseous fuels may be either natural or manufactured. Natural gas is a mixture of components consisting mainly of methane with a small amount of other hydrocarbons. In addition, it consists N2, CO2, H2 and traces of other gases. Its sulfur content ranges from very little to larger amounts. It is classified as associated or non-associated depending on whether it is associated with oil or not. It is stored as compressed natural gas (CNG) or liquid natural gas (LNG) at pressure ranging between 72 to 10 kilopascal. Okay. So the basic example, one of the best example of gaseous fuel is LPG, liquid petroleum gas, which is used in our home for cooking purpose. Okay, so you can see everywhere. In every house there is LPG cylinder, which was using by which are used by home persons to cook the things. Okay, so that is the best example of gaseous fuels. Other gaseous fuels are also there. Now, what is the manufactured gas? Manufactured gas fuel. So, liquid petroleum gas, as I said, the best example of manufactured gas fuel. It is mixture of propane and butane and some other light hydrocarbons. Propane and butane are the main constituent of LPG. Next is coal gas. What is coal gas? It is byproduct obtained during the destructive distillation of the coal. Its main approximate composition is methane. CH4 means methane 25%, hydrogen 53%, carbon monoxide 9%, nitrogen 6%, carbon dioxide 2%, and other hydrocarbons are 1%. Okay, so these are the manufactured gas fuels. Okay. Next one, cook oven gas. What is cook oven gas? So it is produced during the So coke oven gas, it is produced during the manufacture of coke from new coal in a coke oven where the volatile matter is distilled off and coke oven is separated from liquids and solids in the volatile matter by cooling and extraction. It consists about 50% hydrogen, about 30% methane, and the remainder of the various other gases. Its heating value ranges between 14,200 to 21,300 kilojoule per meter. Okay, so that is scope one gas. Okay, next is blast furnace gas. So it is produced. What is blast furnace? We know, we have studied blast furnace in manufacturing science. Okay, so it is produced as by product from blast furnace used in iron reduction process. Has about 30% carbon dioxide, 2% hydrogen, 11% carbon dioxide, and about 60% nitrogen. So we have studied about blast furnace. Blast furnace is used for getting different ores of iron. Okay, during iron processing. So during our iron processing, we know that the temperature of the blast furnace is very high, and due to that temperature, different gases produce. Okay, so which consists 30% carbon monoxide, 2% hydrogen, 11% carbon dioxide, and 60% nitrogen. So these are the blast furnace gases. Next is other gases fuels. Other gases fuels are producer gas, water gas, and town gas. Okay, so these are the other gases fuels. So these all are the types of different kinds of fuels. Uh, so we have seen liquid fuel, gaseous fuels, and solid fuels. Okay. Now, in the next topic, we will see about the different properties of fuels. Okay, what are the different properties of fuel? Okay, so as we have seen that fuel is very important for as far as our subject is concerned. For IC engine, fuel is very important because the main source of heat is fuel. Okay, if fuel is not there, combustion of fuel does not take place, then we will not get power from the engine. Okay, then there is no use of engine. Okay, so fuel is very basic, very important component of engine, IC engine. So we have three different kind of fuel. In the starting, we have talked about, basically we have talked about petrol fuel or diesel fuel. Okay, but today we have seen that petrol and diesel is not only the fuels. There are different types of fuel which are using in different areas, like coal, solid fuels like coal, liquid fuels like petrol and diesel and alcohol. Okay, and other gaseous fuels like LPG, CNG. Okay. We have talked about LPG. LPG gas is used in our home for cooking purpose. And there is also CNG gas. Okay, CNG gas, compressed natural gas. Okay, so CNG gas is used in vehicles. Okay, in different vehicles. In metro cities where very much pollution is there, like in Delhi city, pollution is very high. So in that city now, petrol and diesel vehicles are very less. There is very less use of petrol and diesel vehicles. Maximum vehicles are equipped with CNG, so that pollution level will decrease. Okay, CNG buses are in transporter. They are in transportation. They are using CNG buses, so that the pollution will decrease. Okay, so these kinds of fuel we can use for different areas. Okay, and we have talked about coal. Coal is used in power plant. That is a solid fuel. Okay, so if for a power plant, we are also getting the power, but that power you use to produce electrical energy. Okay, but we are getting power from that power plant also. Okay, so in power plant we use coal. Okay, so that is also very important fuel, coal. Okay, that is a type of solid fuel, but that is used in power plant. Okay, in old times, that coal is also used in railway engines, in old railway engines. Okay, which are running on steam power plant. Okay, that is known as steam engines. Okay, so in that engines also, the coal in old railway engines, coal is used. Okay, so these are the different types, different kinds of fuel. which are using in different types of engines and other applications. Okay, so this is all for today. In the next topic, we will talk about the different properties of fuel. Okay, so thank you.